Came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense. For that matter, to handle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Jamari Carroll is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Alan Crabb. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Walker in at the one spot.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Raptors on defense. Levine passes to Jackson. Picked by Griffin. Pulls up on the elbow. Jackson misses.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Ariza kicks to Walker. Right wing. Launches it. Good. Krabs got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Jackson kicks to Zhang. Back to Jackson. Great D that time from Hibbert.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Carroll with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Walker. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Levine. Another miss by Minnesota. And so here's Toronto. Ariza has the open look. Off target with his 3. Passes it to Levine. Timberwolves passing it around. Zhang dishes to Levine. Kicks it to Jackson. Outside Griffin. It's stolen by Ariza. Lets it go from 14. Rebound by Deng. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Jackson. The pass to Deng. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. Here's Levine. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Griffin. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
To the left wing. They set the pick. Walker the pass to Crabb. Back to Walker. He dishes it to Crabb. This one for 3. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Dishes it to Deng. To the right side. Zhang with a screen on Walker. Levine kicks to Zhang. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. You look at Gorgie Zhang and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
Stolen by Levine to the middle. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Hibbert gets to Ariza. And a wide open look for Walker. And the Raptors miss again.
And Yang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
Jackson dishes to Jang. 5 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Raptors trailed by 3. Walker goes in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Deflects the pass. Ariza outside. The dish to Carroll. Out to the right wing. Here's Crabbe. And he hits it to tie the game up. Crabbe's got 6. Jang a screen. Jackson passes to Levine. Back to Jackson. He feeds it to Jang. The shot will not go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Dang kicks to Jackson. Right side, Dang. Outside, Jackson. And there's the feed to Jang. Jang a screen. Fires the 3. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
So, timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
And, guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit. He fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Dallenberg, he's checked in for Toronto. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
Jang dishes to Griffin. Off on the layup. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Jackson drives in, and Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Toronto. Here's Griffin. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Now here's Dang. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Crab, good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's Dang. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Gorgie Jang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill-wise.
Yeah, his game still needs plenty of polish on both ends of the floor. But I really felt like he took a huge leap last season, and he has the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
Here's Crabb. He's got 13. Here's Ariza. Off target from outside. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dang. Outside for Jackson. Feeds to Levine. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nene, he's checked in for Jang. Cephalosha comes in for Luol Deng. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Zach Levine. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Reggie Jackson. And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Nene, the pass to Griffin. From 12 feet out. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And, guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
Meeks, good.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Toronto calls timeout.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And that one's good by G.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Meeks kicks to Dellavedova. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain this focus going forward.
Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. The 3 from Cephalosha. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Brooks kicks to right. Now here is Barbosa. He's guarded by Meeks. Barbosa dishes to G. No one near Landry as he lets it go. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. And Barbosa pulls it down. Raptors with the lead. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brooks, the pass to Landry. Hits the front of the rim and out. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. They get it back. Cephalosha kicks to Nene. Pass to Meeks. Jacks up a 3. Brooks with no one around. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Toronto.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So for Toronto right now, Brooks out there with Barbosa. Then it's Alonzo G. Then there's Carl Landry. And it's D'Alembert in at the 5 down low. And Toronto has possession following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Barbosa's shot is off. Dang dishes to Dellavedova. It's Nene, high post. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
From deep, Brooks. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, Meeks. And the rebound goes to D'Alembert. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Barbosa has it in the corner. Back to Brooks. The 10-footer. And the Raptors miss again. Last outing for Toronto unsuccessful. It was a loss to New Orleans. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Nick Collison's checked in for Toronto. Price comes in for Brooks. Now for Jody Meeks, we were just talking about with Greg last year, Clark. He did have a game where he rained 9 3-pointers on Orlando, just one short of the Pistons' all-time record.
Well, it's all about rhythm for him. I tell you where he finally found some rhythm last month of the season. I mean, he shot 57% from the field and 44% from behind the arc.
Zach LaVine's checked in for Jody Meeks. So he gets them both. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Cephalosha. Rebound by the Raptors.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Here's G. He has 5. Over to the wing. Here's Dellavedova. The shot is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's G. And that one is stuffed right through. Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Raptors have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Price kicks to Collison. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Jackson, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Toronto also making a switch. Ariza's checked in. Now here is Barbosa. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Clock at 2. The shot. And too long on the shot. Timberwolves trail. Bean passes to Day. There's the pick. Jackson dishes to Nene. Barbosa for 3. And he gets the bucket. Barbosa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Takes a three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Levine can't hit.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Outside Jackson. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And then for Toronto, Roy Hibbert's checked in for Dallenberg. Damari Carroll comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Brooks in for Price.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Brooks kicks to Hibbert. And stolen by Zhang. They need this. Levine can't hit. Toronto leading by 7. The drive by Brooks. Cephalosha with the steal. Levine passes to Dang. And Hibbert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Levine. Here's Meeks. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the wing right side. It's deflected. And Leandro Barbosa, the bucket on the assist from Roy Hibbert. Barbosa's got 8.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Clock at 4. Here's Dang. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Minnesota. Blake Griffin. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And that one hits back iron.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And some changes here for the Raptors. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Collison. Crabbe comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brooks. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Timberwolves trail by 7. Jackson with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. He kicks it to Barnes. From outside, off the mark. Griffin with the steal. Now Meeks. Outside Jackson. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Crab, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Here's Griffin, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkey embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
And here's Jackson. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Here's Barnes. Good D by Ariza.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And Walker kicks to Carroll. Back to Walker. The shot by Ariza. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Ariza's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Jang dishes to Barnes. And that misses everything. And it's Walker penetrating. And now it's a double-digit lead.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Take a look at what Kemba Walker's done. He has 8 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Now here's Barnes. And just miss after miss right now.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Crab. And the 3 off target.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Here's Jackson. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over the back call.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Minnesota making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Minnesota calls timeout.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Timberwolves trail by 13 to the left wing. It's Meeks outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Collison's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks.
Two minutes remaining in the quarter.
Jang, the pass to Jackson. Back to Jang. And Meeks kicks to Jang. They need this one. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Here's G. 7 points in the game. Dallenberg dishes to Collison. And it's Meeks with the rebound.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-overs. You got to finish the job.
Jackson passes to Griffin. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Griffin's got 9 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Barbosa kicks to Brooks. Barbosa dishes to G. 5 on the clock. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Finished off the break. 5 points in the game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Got that one up quick. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Brooks, the pass to Barbosa. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jang's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Meeks kicks to Simmons. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
That one misses. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Raptors up 8. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Raptors leading by 8. They've got Levine. Zhang is out there with Griffin. Then it's Dang, and it's Jackson in the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Zhang dishes to Jackson. Zhang a screen. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And here's Walker. He's got 8. Pass to Ariza. Kicks it to Hibbert. Puts it up from 12. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Hibbert's got his second basket of the night. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Griffin down low. Carroll covering. Misses from close range.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Yeah, but they're...
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
To the paint. Stolen by Jackson.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
Jackson again. It's Walker. Hibbert, the pass to Walker. Lets it go with the 3. And again, no good by Toronto. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pass to Carroll. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Walker with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Walker goes in. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Walker's got 10.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Some changes for Toronto. Brandon Wright's checked in for Hibbert. And G's subbed in for Damari Carroll. Griffin is green on Walker. Outside Dang. Here's Griffin. And a big-time jam right there.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Outside, Walker. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Jackson. He's got 5. Now the pass to Griffin. He dishes it to Jang. Count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Minnesota. They set the screen. Dishes it to Craig. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Some changes for Toronto. And it's Brooks at the elbow. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Carroll, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Barbosa kicks to Brooks. And just miss after miss right now.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Inside. Puts it up from 12. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
And the rejection by Jang. To tie. It's blocked. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done. You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Nene, he's checked in for Jack. Cephalosha comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Reggie Jackson. Brooks kicks to Barbosa. It's deflected. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The drive by Brooks. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Barbosa's got 14.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Samuel Dallenberg. He's checked in for Hibbert. Landry comes in for Nick Collison. And it's Price in for Leandro Barbosa. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. And he gets the bucket. Dellavedova's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Price against Dang. 4 on the clock. And Landry throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Dellavedova kicks to Dang. Now here's Carroll. D right on him. The dish to Brooks. Lets it go with a three. And the Raptors hit again from deep. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Toronto leading by 5. Out to Price. Back to Brooks. At the top of the key, Landry. He feeds it to Price. And Samuel Dallenberg picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A new group in now for the Raptors. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Dallenberg. Reza comes in for Carl Landry. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Price. And it's Kemba Walker in for Aaron Brooks. Dellavedova kicks to Dang. Here's Nene. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Crabb kicks to Ariza. The feed to Carroll. Pass to Hibbert. Here's Crabb. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Levine's checked in for Jody Meeks. Nick Collison's checked in for Toronto. Brooks comes in for Kemba Walker. The drive by Brooks. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Lou all day. The Raptors have made 5 of 10 free throw attempts, a lot of misses.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Minnesota making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Dellavedova dishes to Cephalosha. And stolen by Hibbert. Here's Crabb. 15 points in the game. Brooks for 3. That's good. Brooks has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Toronto.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Levine. 7 points in the game. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Brooks for 3. Again, the miss by Brooks. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Feeds it to Carroll. For the 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Goes up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
The drive by Brooks. Banked in off the glass. Brooks is got 10 points here in the second half.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Dellavedova, the pass to Levine. He kicks it to Cephalosha. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Brooks got it up. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Raptors the fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Timberwolves trail by 8, setting the floor for the Raptors. Trevor Ariza out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Alan Crabb. And it's Hibbert in the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Raptors should be around 41% on the night.
Kemba Walker.
Here's Nene. Now here's Jackson. Jang with the screen for Jackson. 5 to shoot. To the middle. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. And he gets the bucket. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Jackson kicks to Zhang. Here's Cephalosha. Count the bucket.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Up top, Walker. Guarded by Jackson. It's Hibbert with the drive.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Jackson kicks to Zhang. Walker against Jackson. Cephalosha dishes to Zhang. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Stolen by Nene. Kicks it to Zhang. Another shot. And Hibbert with the block. Ariza with it. Right side to Walker. And stolen by Zhang. Here's Levine. Toronto grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's Walker with the three. And that one's good. Walker's got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, "We've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys."
Thanks, Doris. Luol Deng is checked in for Minnesota. Out left to the wing. Here's G. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Dang. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Luol Deng. First free throw is good. Barnes, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Taking 2 shots.
And G drops them both. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Jackson passes to Levine. Outside Jackson. Down low. Here's Nene. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, it came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Raptors leading by 14. That's tipped. And right, here we go. No good from 11 feet. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Brooks outside. And G has it in the corner. They grab their own miss. Ariza kicks to right. Raptors moving the ball around. G dishes to Brooks. Second chance shot. And again, no good by Toronto. Barnes passes to Levine. Three-pointer. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Barnes.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up. Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Pass to Deng. Back to Barnes. Passes to Levine. Stolen by Brooks. Now the Raptors moving it up. And it's G finishing it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Carl Landry's checked in for G. Price comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Kemba Walker in for Aaron Brooks. Timberwolves trail by 15. Nene outside. The pass to Barnes. He dishes it to Levine. Jacks up a 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Walker goes in. Price kicks to Walker. Walker is screen on Chang. 4 on the shot clock. Intercepted. Levine. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Minnesota making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. Then for the Raptors, Roy Hibbert's checked in for Wright. Damari Carroll comes in for Carl Landry. And Krabs subbed in for Ronnie Price. And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Carroll. Some solid defense there by Nene. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Barnes. And that one's good.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And it's Walker penetrating. It's tipped. Meeks with the steal. The three from Barnes. The shot no good. Great tee that time from Hibbert. Now Walker. And it's Ariza in the corner. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's Meeks. Defense is right there. Just 5 to shoot. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now, here's Meeks. He's guarded closely. Here's Barnes. Dishes it to Nene. Just 4 to shoot. No good from Simmons. Toronto leading by 13. Left side Ariza. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 6th assist on the night. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Out to the right wing. Here's Crab. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Walker dishes to Carroll. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator, he's an agitator, and he's a team player, I think, at the core. Everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
And the Raptors call time here.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for 3-point percentage and a career low in turnovers.
Jermaine O'Neal checked in for Minnesota. Jody Meeks comes in for Zach LaVine. And then for Toronto, Landry comes in for Roy Hibbert. And it's Barbosa in for Alan Crabb. And it's sent back by O'Neal. It's tipped. Outside, Walker. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
Yep, watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Hibbert comes in for Carl Landry. And it's Alan Crabb in for Leandro Barbosa. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Six on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Griffin. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Griffin's got 19 points.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
O'Neal passes to Meeks. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Crabb's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Carroll, no one around him. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Raptors lead by 10.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. And Hibbert with the block. Walker goes in. And the shot is good. And it's a 12-point Raptor lead.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
To the right side. Back to Jackson. It's deflected. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. There's a minute left to play here in the 4th. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Raptors.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Ariza. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg. If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd. Foul of the game. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Crabb. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 10. 7 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Dellavedova. The dish to Meeks. The feed to Dellavedova. Offline with his 3. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Simple life, no American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour a fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. The land with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect, you're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, could last on the planet deserted. That's